The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to have their best defensive player, Marcus Smart, back in the lineup soon. After the 125-108 loss to the Phoenix Suns on Monday, head coach J.J. Redick provided an injury update on the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year, who missed his third consecutive game with back spasms. Redick revealed that Smart braved through the injury in the game against the Clippers last week, before being sidelined. He was feeling a little tightness, I guess it was 3 games ago now, before the game, Redick said of Smart, via Lakers Nation. Played through it, tightened up after. I guess it was really tight the next day, the day before Thanksgiving. Marcus Smart injury update. Redick revealed that Smart's MRI resembled a normal 11-year veteran that didn't cause any alarms within the Lakers' medical staff. So he got imaging. Imaging was unremarkable. It looked like a normal 11-year NBA veteran, Redick said. We've all got that MRI. So we're not concerned long-term. It's a day-to-day thing. I had a number of those week to 2-week episodes during a stretch of my career when I played for the Clippers, and it would just pop up and you would feel like you're progressing, and then it would kind of plateau. So we expect him to be back soon. It's not a long-term thing. That Redick deemed Smart's injury a day-to-day thing spells good news for a Lakers team that desperately needs the 31-year-old's on-ball defense and toughness. Lakers need Smart. The Lakers, who rank 18th in defensive efficiency, are giving up 106.7 points when Smart is on the floor and 115.8 without him, a massive 9.1 points differential. With LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves unable to guard the opponent's best perimeter threats, Smart has been key to the Lakers' defense being serviceable. In 14 games before his injury, Smart averaged 9.3 points, 2.9 assists, and 2.3 rebounds from 26.8 minutes a night. He led all Lakers, minimum 10 games, in plus, minus, 9.1, and defensive rating 106.7, with Redick's team going 11-3 with him on the floor. An anonymous NBA scout feels that the current Lakers starting unit is not good enough defensively to win a championship, making Smart's role off the bench all the more vital. A starting 5 of Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton is not competing for a championship, he said recently. Their best perimeter defender is a 31-year-old Marcus Smart who doesn't even start. Vondo, Jared Vanderbilt, is a great defender, but he's unplayable in the playoffs because of his offensive limitations, added the scout. To the scout's point, Vanderbilt has received 5 DNPs in a row after he 19.2 minutes from 13 games earlier in the season. There have been rumblings about Giannis Antetokounmpo potentially forcing a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks for several months, but it appears the situation is finally coming to a head. According to multiple reports, Antetokounmpo has met with the team about getting traded. The Los Angeles Lakers don't have a ton of assets after trading for Luka Doncic last season, but it's not impossible for them to make a deal work if Antetokounmpo wants to play for the team. Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus broke down what a deal might look like. While buzz in NBA circles has the 30-year-old preferring the New York Knicks to Los Angeles, and perhaps more importantly, Milwaukee is highly reluctant to move its franchise player, let's go with the premise that the Bucks consider all offers, and a deal built around Reeves and a 2031 first-round pick stands out as their best option, Pincus wrote. The Lakers are limited by their first apron hard cap to a maximum payroll of $195.9 million. Going with the assumption LeBron James isn't willing to relocate, he has a no-trade clause, the Lakers would need to send out 2 starters in Rui Hachimura and Reeves. The additional salaries include Maxi Kleber, Dalton Connect, and one of Jared Vanderbilt or Gabe Vincent. Would Giannis trade make Lakers better? There's almost no way the Lakers could trade for Antetokounmpo without having to move Reeves. He's playing like an all-star, so that'd be a big loss. Plus, he's younger than Antetokounmpo. That said, his skill set is a bit redundant with Doncic. Antetokounmpo would fit perfectly with the star guard and would fill the Lakers' biggest need. From a point of view, Antetokounmpo is a step up from Anthony Davis, the primary player sent to the Dallas Mavericks in the Doncic trade, Pincus wrote. The most significant loss is Reeves, Hachimura, and depth. The Lakers forfeit shooting, playmaking, shot creation, and depth. Still, Antetokounmpo dramatically improves the team's ability to defend and score around the basket. If Doncic and Antetokounmpo were able to stay healthy and the Lakers could still have LeBron James on the roster, they'd have to be considered one of the top title contenders in the Western Conference. James playing last season with Lakers? While Pincus' piece centered on Antetokounmpo possibly going to the Lakers, he also dropped a nugget about James. Apparently, people around the NBA think that he's playing his last season in Los Angeles. While general manager Rob Pelinka said before the season that he'd like James to retire with the Lakers, the buzz around the NBA is that this will be his final season in Los Angeles, whether he decides to continue playing or call it a career. Pincus wrote, with Antetokounmpo and Doncic under contract, a projected $166 million salary cap, and just a few players, the Lakers could reach about $36 million in cap room, depending on where their 2026 first-round pick lands. That figure shrinks to about $24.7 million if Ayton, $8.1 million, and Smart, $5.4 million, opt in. Having a player like Antetokounmpo would certainly help soften the blow of losing James in the offseason. The Los Angeles Lakers already have the oldest player in the NBA on their team in LeBron James, but another elder statesman of the league could be on his way to the locker room in the coming weeks. Point guard Chris Paul, an all-time great and one of James' close friends, saw his tenure with the Los Angeles Clippers end this week when the team parted ways with him, citing conflicts with his reputed in-your-face brand of leadership. Paul and his leadership style clashed with head coach Tyronn Lue and the Clippers, according to sources, who told Shams Charania that the 12-time All-Star was vocal in holding management, coaches, and players accountable. Youngmisuk of ESPN wrote Wednesday, December 3rd. The Clippers felt that Paul's style had become disruptive, sources told Charania. With Paul now a free agent, having already declared the 2025-26 campaign to be the final in a career that will surely culminate with a Hall of Fame selection, the 40-year-old guard will have his choice of teams. And while there could be several in the mix for Paul's services as a backup point guard, the Lakers make sense for several reasons, including that Paul's family resides in LA. The Los Angeles Lakers have an open roster spot and could be an option next month, but they're not allowed to sign a 15th player until January 19th, Bobby Marks wrote Wednesday when outlining the most likely landing spots for Paul. Also included on the list were the Phoenix Suns and Houston Rockets, among a handful of other options, though several teams will face second apron issues and/or must open a roster spot to add Paul. Chris Paul among best point guards in NBA history. Paul is not only a 12-time All-Star, he has also been a member of an All-NBA team on 9 occasions, and is one of the best offensive and defensive point guards to ever play the position. He boasts career averages of 16.8 points, 9.2 assists, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.0 steals across his 21-year professional career, 1,370 games played. He is second all-time in both assists and steals. Paul would potentially fit better with the Lakers than most teams given James' presence in the locker room and a strong leadership structure already in place, from head coach J.J. Redick down to James and co-stars Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Lakers must be wary of adding another 40-year-old in Chris Paul alongside LeBron James. The Lakers wouldn't need Paul to do anything except play 12 to 16 minutes per game in a role running the point off the bench to ease some of the lift for the team's primary ball handlers/creators. The main issue is whether Los Angeles wants to invest its final roster spot on another player already over the age of 40. The NBA game is as fast and hyper-athletic as it has ever been, and slower and older teams like the Clippers have literally struggled to keep pace, and Paul was a part of that before he hit the bench on a permanent basis. James missed the first 15 games of the season with sciatica and is playing himself into shape. He has appeared in just 5 contests so far this year. That said, he has looked closer to his age in recent games, and his averages are way down across the board. It is possible that James will return to form after not being able to work out and play late in the preseason, missing his regular ramp-up. But the Lakers also need to consider adding wing defense and potentially more depth to the front court, which could render Paul a luxury this particular version of the team simply can't afford, regardless of his actual salary price.